Shalom. First and foremost, only of all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakadash. I give double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. And peace and salutations to the Akim and to the elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of this earth, pushing this truth and faith and sincerity. Adam and brother Shema Allah from the great millstone Houston camp. And, this lesson is going to be about, basically going into our deliverance from Egypt, and how that the Most High, he took us out of captivity, out of bondage from under the Egyptians, right, for whom we were serving, for years, right, I believe it's 400 years, So, so we were serving them for quite some time, and they was a mighty empire, right? They were the greatest empire at that time. Everybody knew about Egypt. Everybody knew about Pharaoh, and the Most High, he used his power, and delivered us. He took us out of the hands of the Egyptians, and the Most High, he always reminds us of that he was the one that took us up out of that land, because our people always want to, worship these different idols of these different nations, and he always had to let them know, like, look, no, it was me, I did this, I took y'all up out of there, man. These other guys ain't do that. They don't even exist, right? But when we got delivered out of the land of Egypt, the Most High, he magnified his name, right? And he magnified the name of Israel as well, but his name most importantly though, and by him taking us up out of Egypt, that put the fear of us and also the fear of the Most High, throughout the earth, because everybody was hearing about that. Everybody heard about how this great empire fell to the God of the Israelites, right? Egypt fell to the God of the Israelites. Cause think about it, bro. That would be crazy. You see that these people, they are slaves, right? And this great empire, and now they walking up out of there, and Egypt is destroyed. That's powerful, right? There's some slaves coming up out of ancient Egypt with their gold and everything, right? With all that shit that we wanted to take, and we left going to our own lands, right? That's powerful. So people were scared. They were like, man, shit, if it can happen, if it can happen to them, shit, it can happen to us too. And nobody want no smoke, and it's gonna go back to being that way. But this is Joshua 2, verse 9. Just dealing with the harlot Rahab, right? She's about to speak about our deliverance from Egypt. It says, and she said to the men, I know that Yahweh had given you the land, and that your terror is falling upon us, and all the inhabitants of the land faint because of you, right? So they were scared. They were scared at what they heard. They were scared at the plagues that were that they heard that was going on, right? Back to back to back, right? And the greatest being the death of the firstborn, right? Nobody want that. They didn't want them plagues to come upon them. Hey, the Most High, he did some incredible things, some terrible things to ancient Egypt, right? And people who heard that, man, they was like, man, hey, look, we don't want no problem with your God. It says that, for we have heard how Yahweh dried up the water of the Red Sea for you, bro. Imagine that, bro. Bro, these people they heard about how the Most High opened the sea up for us and let us walk through. But that ain't never been done before. That was a new thing in the earth. So, bruh, you couldn't imagine how they were thinking and how they were feeling when they were hearing these things. But it was like, it was too much. It was too much to take in. You know? But it says, for we have heard how Yahweh dried up the water of the Red Sea for you when ye came out of Egypt, and what ye did unto the two kings of the Amorites that were on the other side, Jordan, Sihon, and Og, whom ye utterly destroyed. And as soon as we heard these things, our hearts did melt. Neither did there remain any more courage in any man because of you. For Yahweh, your power, he is power in heaven above and in earth beneath. Right, so they said, we heard how he dried up, he did this in Egypt, did that in Egypt when y'all killed these kings. So Israel was basically like on the fucking winning streak. It's like on the winning streak, bro, unstoppable. You know, because of the Most High. They was like, man, hey, these dudes right here, man. You know, it's crazy. We don't want no smoke. That's like you being in boxing. You know, you're a boxer, you just undefeated, you knocking everybody out and shit, you know? And people like, hey, man, this dude right here, man, hey, I don't want no part of him, you know? That's how Israel was. Shit, anybody got in the way, shit, they got laid down. So, shit, that's why she said hey, there was no more courage in any man because of us. Says, for Yahweh, your power, he is power in heaven above and in earth beneath. So they recognize, like, man, look, that's the power. That's the only power, you know? And it's going to go back to being that way. It says, now, therefore, I pray you sworn to me by Yahweh, since I have showed you kindness, that you will also show kindness unto my father's house and give me a true token, right? Because she already didn't said that, look, the land is y'all's already, man, because everybody's scared and shit. You know, they don't want no problems. Right, so y'all finna get it, you know, spare me, you know. So she didn't already knew, hey, she already knew that was about to happen, what was about to go down. She knew what time it was. Because of that fear. This is Deuteronomy 2:25. This day I began to put the dread of thee and the fear of thee upon the nations that are under the whole heaven, who shall hear report of thee and shall tremble and be in anguish because of thee, right? And this is what happened. He put the fear of us upon all these nations, man, when we came out of their land. You know? Everybody was scared as hell. And we finna come to a time where we finna get delivered, you know, out of this new Egypt, right? Because you go to the book of Revelation 11, it says that this place is spiritually called Egypt. Because we are slaves again, just like we were in ancient Egypt. You know, we are under this new Pharaoh, which is Esau, Edom. Right, and just like the Most High delivered us out of ancient Egypt, he will deliver us out of this new Egypt. This is Jeremiah 16. And 14 says, therefore, behold, the days come, said Yahweh, that shall no more be said, Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. Right, so he said, look, ain't nobody going to talk about this no more. Ain't nobody going to talk about how I, you know, dried up the seed and brought the plagues on ancient Egypt and Pharaoh killed, you know, all the firstborn. Right? Nah, that's going to be light work. It says, but Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the lands of the north and from all the lands whither he had driven them. And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. So they're going to talk about, instead of them bringing up ancient Egypt like they do today, right? They always talk about it. People always talk about ancient Egypt. This and that happened. The movies, you know, Moses did this, right? The Most High to say these people out. Ain't nobody going to talk about that. Because the Most High is going to overcome what he did. He's going to top what he did. He's going to do better. You know, he gonna do worse than what he did to ancient Egypt, to this place, America, to the thing that's coming here. That's gonna make, bro. Man, they gonna wish they would have got the plagues of ancient Egypt than what's coming here. You know, so the Most High is gonna top that. They gonna be speaking about our deliverance from this place. And the Most High, when you do that, just like he magnified his name in ancient Egypt, his name will be magnified again, and in Israel's name when we get delivered up out of here, right? Because what does it say? This is Ezekiel 38 and 23. It says, "Thus will I magnify myself and sanctify myself, and I will be known in the eyes of many nations, and they shall know that I am Yahweh." Right? They're going to know that, okay, this is the power that delivered them from America and from the other places that they're scattered around, right? Because Israel is scattered all over the globe, looking like different nations. So they going to know, like, hey, man, that's they power. They don't, bro, because they going to see the smoke coming from this place. So they'll be like, man, look, hey, they power did this. You know, because, bro, right now, bro, we just slaves. We are, what the scripture say, a proverb and a byword in the earth. So to these other nations, we ain't shit. So when they see us coming up out of America, right, when they see us coming down from those chariots, you know, so-called black people, so-called Negroes, Mexicans, Latinos, when they see, they gonna be like, bro, what the fuck? And they gonna be shook. Because the Most High, his name and our name is gonna be in the earth, right? But ultimately, the Most High and Yahweh Shai's name, you know, you gotta put that out there because, you know, Yahweh Shai is the deliverer, right? That's the son of the Most High. But people is gonna know about the Most High again. You know, because the Most High is not feared, you know, by the masses of our people and by this world. But he's going to put it in them. Just like he did back then. Right? But it says that he's going to magnify his name, right? And this is Zechariah 10. No, I started 6. "And I will strengthen the house of Judah, and I will save the house of Joseph, and I will bring them again to place them, for I have mercy upon them, and they shall be as though I had not cast them off from Yahweh their power, and I will heal them. And they of Ephraim shall be like a mighty man, and their heart shall rejoice as through wine. Yea, their children shall see it, and be glad. Their heart shall rejoice in Yahweh." Right, so the subject matter is Israel. You see, Judah, Ephraim, northern kingdom, and the southern kingdom. Right, which Judah is the southern kingdom, Ephraim is the northern kingdom. Right, so let's jump down to verse 12, right, because we spoke about the Lord's name being magnified. Zechariah 10 and 12, "And I will strengthen them in Yahweh, and they shall walk up and down in his name, said Yahweh." So the name of the Most High is going to be on us because that is our power. You know, so when people see us, they're going to think about the Most High. Right? And his son. But they ain't going to want no problems, bro. Isaiah 45 and 14 says, "Thus said Yahweh, the labor of Egypt and the merchandise of Ethiopia and of the Sabians, men of stature shall come over unto thee, and they shall be thine. They shall come after thee in chains. They shall come over, and they shall fall down unto thee, and they shall make supplication unto thee, saying, Surely the Most High is in thee, and there is none else. There is no power." So this how everybody gonna be, bro. Everybody gonna be in chains. Everybody, they gonna be all slaves, bro. Everybody's not an Israelite, but they're gonna be slaves under Israel. You know. They're going to be afraid. Look, the Most High is in you, bro. The Most High dealing with y'all. You know, shit, man. What can we do to serve you? You know, what can we do? You know. Because I already say, Isaiah 14, that we're going to have them as our servants and handmaids. You know? And see, the name of the Most High, the name of His Son as well, the name of Israel is gonna be put out there, bro. After this deliverance from here, right? Because our name not on the earth right now. People are starting to talk about us, right? But they don't believe that we are those people. You know, they don't believe, right? Because the book of Psalms, it said they came together, all these nations, that the name of Israel may be put out of the earth, right? So the true Israelites are not known in the earth, right? We'll look down upon. But when we be saved, they're going to be like, damn. It's Wisdom of Solomon 5:3, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes derision in the proper of reproach. Well, we calling them niggas and spics and wetbacks. They ain't this, they ain't that. 3/5 of a man. We put him in slavery, right? We fools count his life for madness and his end to be without honor. Right, so they didn't care about our life, bro. Look what they did to Gad and Reuben, the Northern Kingdom, you know, the so-called Native Americans, Seminole Indians, slaughtered them. Look what they did to us in slavery. They did some crazy shit. It said in his end to be without honor. They thought we were gonna be slaves forever. They didn't think we were gonna ever obtain any type of greatness. It says, how is he numbered among the children of the Most High, and his lot is among the saints? They're like, what the fuck? Excuse my language, you know. They're gonna be like, man, but how are these the people of the Most High? Because it's not known right now, but it's gonna be known when they see all that power and all that glory upon us, you know. Just like the nation seen us when we come out of ancient Egypt, when we come out of this new Egypt, man, we coming out with power as well. Lord willing, we'll that number of the elect, right? Cause we coming down off them ships in them new bodies, spiritual power, looking glorious. And that's coming soon. It's no fairy tale or some stuff we just imagine and we just hope it happens. No, this is coming. Real soon, man. So, you know, that was a lesson, you know, with that. Don't give all praise, honor, and glory. I tell Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, whom I learned this truth from. And peace and salutations to the Akim and to the elect, right? That are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, you know, pushing this truth out in faith and sincerity. Shalom.